Hey, George. I want to play a game.
What are you talking about? We're in the middle of hosting.
The microphone on your collar is attached to a wireless receiver that broadcasts your every word on live television. You have 3.5 minutes to deliver a review on Saw X, or something bad will happen. Make your choice.
Emily, I think you may be taking this Saw stuff a little too seriously. But thankfully, Anna is here and ready to accept your challenge. Take it away.
Hey, sneak peekers, I'm Anna, and I'm here to give you my thoughts on the new film Saw X. Saw X is the 10th installment of the Saw franchise of a horror series about the fictional serial killer John Kramer, also known as Jigsaw, a terminally ill cancer patient who kidnaps and tortures victims who have been accused in some way of not appreciating their lives. In each film of the franchise, victims are forced to play games created by Kramer and his disciples, where they must attempt to survive gauntlets of extreme physical pain and self-mutilation. Although many have often written off the Saw movies due to their gratuitous violence and gore, Saw X surprisingly delivers a fresh take on this series by framing its story around the unlikely protagonist, Jigsaw himself. The film opens with John Kramer receiving a world-shattering news. His brain cancer is terminal and leaving him with months to live at best. But after hearing about an experimental procedure that could potentially cure him, Kramer travels to Mexico, where he is treated by Dr. Cecilia Peterson, the daughter of the cure's developers. However, upon learning that the treatment was a scam, he vows to seek revenge against the perpetrators in typical Jigsaw fashion. While it may sound outlandish to describe Jigsaw as empathetic, the film's greatest strength is unapologetically commitment to its characters, especially Kramer. Unlike other films in the franchise, Saw X takes its time by laying the foundation of the narrative, opting to save a majority of the gore for the second half of the film, instead of focusing on John's emotional journey as he deals with the looming reality of his death. Of course, none of this character work could be achieved without a fantastic performance by Tobin Bell, who succeeds at conveying the cycle of desperation and hope that Kramer endures. By the time Jigsaw's games begin, the audience understands and even empathizes with his struggle. Bell isn't the only standout either. Shawnee Smith delivers a chaotic performance as Jigsaw's prodigy, Amanda. Smith's portrayal of moral confusion not only helps raise the emotional stakes of the film, but it provides further emotional nuance to Kramer's characterization. Another standout is Sidnovi Makodi-Lan as Dr. Peterson, who convincingly portrays a more depraved antagonist than Jigsaw himself. Lun's performance of pure evil helps humanize Kramer, and providing him with a rival who's even less moral than him adds an interesting layer of conflict to the film. I did think that the infamous Jigsaw traps in this film were somewhat weaker than in previous movies, but I did think that this movie's twist was pretty predictable as well. However, Saw X still manages to challenge the formula of the franchise by emphasizing the nuance of John Kramer's in a way that the series has never fully explored. There's still plenty of blood, guts, and grisly images that the Saw movies have become infamous for, but Saw X succeeds by prioritizing the character-driven story supported by strong performances.